and thanks for tuning in to Tricks Fight Reviews. I'm Rob, and today I'm going to be previewing and predicting the fight between Timothy Bradley and Devon Alexander, the 140-pound unification bout taking place January 29th, live on HBO. Eagerly anticipated event. Probably the two top fighters in the division, along with Amir Khan, going head-to-head, undefeated fighters. It should be a really brilliant fight. Very anticipated, and it's the biggest fight of the year so far. It's kicking off the new year, so we're all very excited for it. Been waiting a while for it, and I'm just going to throw out my prediction. There's lots of key aspects to this fight, somewhat very similar fighters, but there are some key points where I think they are different. The one key point where I think there is a difference between these two fighters is experience. You have Alexander, who is a very slick boxer, and he's got a lot of power behind his shot. He's got all the potential. He's got the speed, the footwork, the skills, everything. The hard work too. He's a very hard worker, but he hasn't got that experience. He hasn't, he's only been on the world stage for about, you'd say, 3 fights. So that's nothing in compared to Bradley, who is 4 years older. And it's not just the big pro fights for Bradley; it's the amateur career. I don't have the exact number, but I know it's a very vast amateur background in comparison to Alexander. And that, in your pro career, that's your back in there. That's what you can build off of. So he's got a longer career, and he's got more experience. However, the one thing you would say about Bradley is he doesn't have a key knockout in his career. He has never knocked out any particular opponent of any real class. So that is, that's also a niche on the shoulder of Bradley. Two very slick fighters. The one thing I will say about Bradley, though, is, when he comes out, he can be a menace. He can just go straight for you, non-stop. He'll do all sorts of shots coming after you. But there are points where he seems to either get frustrated or he loses, his patience. But he can seem uninterested, or he'll take lots of rounds off, it seems. And when this happens for Bradley, it gives the opponent a window in which they can come back in the fight if they're behind. Now, if that happens to Bradley during this fight, it could be trouble for him, because Alexander's quick, slick, and powerful, and he'll make him pay for it. So he's got to be careful for that. I think he really needs to keep up a high work rate in this fight. And Alexander, he's got to keep in there. Bradley, I think, is going to really get up on the cards if Alexander's not careful. He's going to have to counter-punch well. And he's going to have to really work hard in order to stay in this fight. He's going to have to have some active rounds and win on those cards. If he himself takes rounds off, I think Bradley will really begin to stretch out a lead, which can be disastrous for Alexander. So that's where it leads into my decision, which is Bradley by a close decision. I feel that Alexander will have his moments in this fight. He might catch Bradley. He might have his moments where he's just outscoring him. But over the course of the fight, I feel that Bradley is going to just be superior. He'll dominate the fight. And as long as he comes through those moments where Alexander may have a flurry or a rush of blood and some confidence, as long as Bradley comes through that, then Bradley will win this fight by close decision, in my opinion. That is my prediction. Now, as for after this fight, who does the winner fight? Common sense to me, I say Amir Khan, unify the division. I read an article earlier that somebody's saying, should Pacquiao fight the winner? I don't think so. It's beyond either of these two fighters or Amir Khan. The winner of this fight should fight Amir Khan, get that together, unify the division, then the winner of that can go from there. But as for this fight, Bradley, by close decision, as long as he can get into the late rounds, and he'll be in business. Thank you again for watching Tricks Fight Reviews. I'll be doing lots more fight reviews, predictions, and news, stories, whatever, as the year progresses and the year gets more exciting. Look out for a Pacquiao-Mosley prediction, and look out for also the post-fight reaction from this one, which is taking place on January 29th. Thanks for tuning in, lads. Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.